Hi, thanks for joining me. This is Angie at Chicken Scratch. This is the project we're making today. And this is day 9 of the 12 days of Christmas. And it's a little box. You just open it up just like that. Okay, so let me close it back and I'll show you the supplies. Almost everything that I'm using today is on sale. Not the real red cardstock, but like the stamp sets, the designer series paper, the layer and circle framelits, the ribbon, yeah, and the stamp sets. I'm using Merry Mice and Merriest Wishes. And now let me show you the supplies. Real red cardstock that measures 8.5 by 11. And then I've got myself 2 pieces of the Whisper White for just in case. That's 2 3/4 by 2. And then 1 piece that measures 2 by 2. We're just going to use that for the framelits. Then I've got 1 piece of Candy Cane Lane Designer Series paper that measures 2 5/8 by 2 3/8. And then 2 pieces that measure 2 3/8 by 3.5. And 2 pieces that measure 2 5/8 by 3.5. Okay? I'll make sure that the PDF has all those measurements on there, so just print the PDF and you'll have it. I'm going to use the Simply Scored scoring tool, and I'm going to place it on the landscape side, which is the 11-inch side, and I'm going to score it at 2.5, 5 1/4, 7 3/4, and 10 1/2. I'm then going to turn it on the portrait side, which is the 8.5-inch side, and I'm going to score it at 1.5, 5 1/4, and 7 3/4. Okay, so now let's fold it on all the score lines. Okay, so now I've got my template here, and let's see what I want to do. Okay, so put your 1/2-inch side over here, okay? And what I'm going to do is remove this bottom piece. So I'm just going to work on the bottom right here first, okay? So I'm going to remove this section, and then I'm just going to cut up to the score line on the rest of these. Now what I'm going to do is work on this section here. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove this 1/2-inch side. And then I want to skip this part, but I want to cut down to the score line. So I'm going to do that here. The next one, I'm going to cut down to the score line. And then I'm going to remove half of it, or 3/4 of it, I should say. The next one, I'm going to cut down to that score line, and then I'm going to remove all of that. So I'm going all the way to the score line there and removing that one. This is the actual front of the box. And then the next one, I'm just going to trim about 3/4 of that one. Okay, now let's take our corner punch, and we're going to round these corners. Because this is the top of our box, you can also round these too. These are just going to go on the inside of the top of the box. It kind of covers up what's inside your box. Okay, the other option that you have is you can make this 3/4 inch half circle right there for the front of your box. I don't want to do that. After the box, after the fact, I decided that I didn't want to have that indentation. Okay, so I've labeled, we're going to put adhesive on the 1/2-inch side and then on these 2 here. So I'll go ahead and do that here. Whoops. Just going to fold that over. Okay. Now see how this is going to fold down, and then this is going to fold in. So if you struggle with that folding in, you can give the sides a little trim. I actually don't want to do that though, because then the box may become too loose. So you can make it work. So this is the front of the box. This is the back. So this is where I'm going to put my adhesive. Again, those will be on the diagram, so if you just want to look at that, you can. Fold this over. Okay, so now that we have the box assembled, we want to attach our Designer Series paper. I'm just going to go ahead and reclose this. Again, pay close attention when you trim it. Okay. I'm going to be using my snail adhesive for the Designer Series paper. Oh, and I want to make sure that the hearts are going upright and not upside down. Okay, these are the sides of the box, I believe. Yep. And let's see, this is the other side. This one is 2 3/8, where the other one is 2 5/8. So hopefully that'll help you remember. Okay, and I'll be honest and say, if you use 16ths instead of 8ths, it'll fit on there a little bit better, but a lot of people get really confused with 16ths. So all of these are cut in 8ths. And if that confuses you at all, please send me an email and I'll explain it, or I'll send you a link to the video that shows you 16ths and 8ths. Okay? Now let's stamp our images. These markers are on sale. They're in the holiday catalog, so a lot of our product is on sale. The stamp set, which one am I using? Merriest Wishes. What I'm going to do first is stamp it in, or ink it with the crumb cake. And then I'm going to take my Real Red marker and brush the red on. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to set that aside to dry, and then we're going to take the black Stays On ink pad with this little, these mice are so cute. And this stamp set's on sale too. And I'm going to hopefully stamp this thing straight. I may have to try a second time. Okay, I stamped him too high, so now we know that he needs to be stamped a little lower. I should have remembered that. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay, so now that it's stamped, I'm going to color it, and I am probably going to fast forward this so that you don't have to watch me color the whole thing. Okay? I'm going to start with Real Red. Okay, so that's as much as I'm coloring him. I could put a wink of Stella right here and add some rhinestones. So if you want to jazz it up a bit, you could do that. Now what we're going to do is add it to the piece of Real Red cardstock that I forgot to get, and that piece measures 2 7/8 by 2 1/8. And we're just going to add that. I had a hard time deciding if I was going to color the book, and I still may do that after the fact. I'm okay with having some of the parts not colored. That just means it's white. Okay, so there's that. It's still cute. Now we're going to take this ribbon is on sale too. I'm kind of sad that it's retiring because I was really hoping that I was going to be able to use it with some of our Valentine product in the Occasions catalog. It actually matches our Valentine paper that we're getting perfectly. So I actually bought myself 5 extra rolls so that I could actually use it for some of the Valentine projects. Okay. I need to trim this a little bit more. Now let's take our little image here that we colored, and we're going to get out the Big Shot. Okay, so here's the Big Shot magnetic platform cutting pad. Now, let me get my box out of the way, and then I'm going to place my image here. Now I did want to show you, if you don't have the Big Shot and you don't have the framelits, I did make it first, cutting it out with a 1 1/4 inch circle punch. So if you have a 1 1/4 circle punch, you can make the same thing. This is the one I did, using the framelit. So I do like the framelit version better, but both look cute. Okay, so there's our image, and we're just going to place a dimensional on the back. And I think I reminded you guys to head over to my website and leave a comment for the kit. If I didn't, please do so. Here's the Designer Series paper and the ribbon, and then we will go ahead and score your Real Red cardstock, okay? I'm going to attach the image just using my snail adhesive. This is so cute. I'm going to bring this ribbon up a little higher and trim it a little bit more. Okay, come on. I may have to redo this ribbon. For some reason it's bothering me a little bit. There we go. And then now I'm just going to add this 25 down here at the bottom. It's covering up his foot, but that's okay. I think it still looks cute, don't you? So there they both are. Okay, have a great day. Thanks a lot. Bye.